Hi, folks. Welcome to Follow the Leader, a podcast focused on telling character-driven stories through the use of GM-less tabletop games where we can all take the lead. You can find us on Blue Sky at FTLcast and at FTLcast.com. We also have a Patreon at patreon.com/FTLcast. Today we're playing And You Shall Shatter Temples by Anna Landon. For those of you who are new to this game, here are the basics. They may be gods, but you are done being faithful. It's time to burn their kingdom down. They built their temples in the ashes of your homes. They filled their coffers with gold they earned with your sweat and suffering. They fill your mouths with their names and demand you worship them. They unfurl their flags over battlefields where they spilled your blood, and never their own. Sing songs with the words they could not take from you. Raise the banner woven from the flags you stole back from them. Arm yourselves with the swords you forged from their discarded bones. And You Shall Shatter Temples is a game about rising up against an overwhelming power that is trying to crush you. All you have is what you carry with you and those who rise up by your side. Together you can turn the tide. Together you can dethrone a god. They have taken so much from you. It is time to take it all back. I'm Mac. You can find me on Blue Sky at Citadel of Swords. You can find me on Tumblr at Citadel of Swords. It's probably where I'm probably more active there than I am on Blue Sky, but I'm around on Blue Sky. I use they, them pronouns. Playing with me today we have August.
Hello, I'm August. You can find me on Tumblr at Strange Harpy, on Blue Sky at Harpydora, and my pronouns are they, them.
Anya.
My name is Annya. My pronouns are they, them. My internet presence is NA.
Good for you. Cory.
Hi, I'm Cory. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me here with you, and occasionally showing up on other places.
And Zach.
Hello, my name is Zachary Fredrickson. I'm on Blue Sky at Zachary Olsen. Confusing, isn't it? You can find my writing there, and lots of other places. You can also listen to Sagas of the Sunless Reach. The second season has long wrapped by the time that we are recording this, but you should still listen to it and tell me about it.
Our lines, things we absolutely do not want to see, are homophobia and transphobia, racism, sexism, anti-Semitism, violence against children, sexual assault, domestic violence or intimate partner violence, unwanted pregnancy, plagues, and pandemics. Our veils, things we're fine with addressing but will just fade to black on, are steamy situations, graphic descriptions of bodily harm, and terminal illness. I'm going to read another part of the intro to And You Shall Shatter Temples before we start. This is an explicitly political game about tearing down a system that builds its power on crushing the weak. This is a game about confronting a power that harms people and dismantling that power. It is a game about working together with others to help each other rise up. It is therefore an explicitly anti-fascist game, and this is a game that I think that we need right now. Now that we've got all that, let's get started.
Hey.
Woo!
Woo! we've got some stuff that to sort and to do, right?
Yes. So the first thing that we need to do is choose our deity, which this game does a really good job of assigning all of the face cards. You have to pull the face cards out, and there's a different suit for each domain, and then each of the face cards have a representation. If you want to hear us play this game like the way that it's meant to be played, go back and listen to Arc 64. I think
64.
I think it's 64. Where we actually like draw a card and make a god and all of that sort of stuff. We know which god we're killing today, so we drew a card. We picked our card with the knowledge of which god that we are killing. We have chosen the Queen of Spades, which represents the god of conquest in the domain of conflict. August, tell us who we're killing today.
Today we are going to be killing none other than the one, the only Ningal, goddess of death and destruction, she who whispers, the individual responsible for the fact that death just doesn't work the way it's supposed to in the City of Gully's universe.
Fabulous. So we have chosen our deity, we have taken the Queen of Spades, as well as the King, Jack, and Ace of Spades, which are arranged in a line below her. On our playing board, we have shuffled the rest of the face cards back in, and now it is time to arm ourselves.
Well, actually, it does say these 3 cards represent the god's symbols of authority, the things that best represent the power they hold over us.
Oh, that's true, yes.
We got to figure out the symbols.
That is true.
Okay. What was it? I was going to get some text fields.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Good thinking.
That's
fine. Yeah. Lovely.
Can you edit? Can you move these? No, you can't move these. So I would need to put
we can also put it into the doc.
Yep.
That might be simpler.
We have several means ready, so I'll actually prep them here. So here is the 3 symbols of authority. Between the ace, the jack, and the king, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, coming up.
Which I don't think that, like...
I don't think it's specifically important per se, but...
It just has to be 3 symbols related to the domain itself.
Mm-hmm.
Or, well, there are 3 symbols of authority.
Yes.
Which could be like, I could imagine be like minions or like artifacts or like motifs.
Right, but we don't have to go with like the king and the jack in the spades domain are the god of war and the warlord, and we don't have to do that.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
No, yes. Yeah.
It's more just about what the things are.
Mm-hmm.
What are our 3 symbols? Like, what is thematically, right? What are we looking at? Because whenever I have encountered a mention of Ningal in the past, I get a lot of like water and choking tendrils and other sorts of things. Hair? Do I remember that right? Hair?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
okay,
you
cool.
got it.
Bayonetta level bullshit.
Hair, do I remember that right? Normal statement said by people that are normal. But hair is a very personal thing. It springs straight forward from the crown of the head. It when it unfolds and when it twists things in, it could be said to be a physical connection to the very source of it all. Like, I'd argue that sort of binding influence, however it shows up, you help me find out. But I feel like that is one symbol, if that's a fair thing to put forward.
Yeah. I feel pretty good about that.
I'm attempting to find the name thing. How do I pronounce this word? Keratin, like that.
Oh, yeah, keratinous.
Yeah, twisting keratinous tendrils of hair. I'm gonna put that down here just in a first slot to receive the scent. But what are 2 other symbols? What other stuff of Ningal is there?
So, in the very, very first game she ever was played in, and Mac, you can correct me if I am not remembering as well as I could be. I think she had a whip.
I think you're right. That being said, I don't remember if the whip was just her hair or not.
Damn.
Yeah, I was going to say that the hair, pretty whip-like.
Pretty whip-like.
There's even there's a song about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Fuck.
You're correct.
We can give her a, well, okay, so she doesn't have to have an actual whip. The whip can be a symbol, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
we can associate whips with her, even if she doesn't have a whip separate from her hair.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah, if you think that is different enough from her hair to be its own symbol.
One binds, the other strikes, I suppose. Okay.
I was just say, I think darkness has always been kind of the Ningal shtick, like shadows or claustrophobia.
Shadows, depth of water, the void.
Yeah.
Did you know teeth?
Teeth?
Oh, teeth.
Teeth.
I didn't know teeth.
Well, dang, there's two really good things then.
That's what I was saying. That's what, like, if we want to put hair and whip on the same one and have teeth and darkness.
Okay, yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Those sound like three powerful symbols.
Teeth, no further comments. Utter choking.
Did you have like weird little shadow goblins in that very early spindle wheel game?
Yep.
Not very early.
She
but
sure did.
Oh, that's fun.
They were dark in teeth.
Yep. Honestly, that's why I thought of teeth.
Two thoughts, same origin. That's great. Honestly, I'm glad that we arrived at teeth.
Yeah.
It's good. It's always fun. Okay, so between the three then, twisting keratinous tendrils of hair, a tightly coiled whip ready to strike. Teeth, no further comments, and utter choking claustrophobic darkness. That's what I picked off of this.
Perfect.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Now we arm ourselves.
Now we
have weapons. Now
we arm ourselves. Arm yourself. You know what you stand against. Now the time has come to define who you are and how you will fight back. Great news about who we are. We know that part. But
yep.
We will still draw one card from the deck and place it in front of them that defines something true about your character. Then we will draw a second card and place it next to the first one, defining the means by which we are resisting or attacking divine power. Each suit has a specific set of associations. Spades are weapons, armor, tools of armed conflict, fitting with the domain of conflict. Diamonds, gear, wealth, resources for the domain of prosperity. Clubs, secrets, deep knowledge, connections for the domain of control. And hearts, faith, support, spirit for the domain of order, I guess. I will get to the optional... I'll read the optional rule now. The suit of whichever deity you picked is theirs. Throughout the course of the game, when drawn, any card of that suit directly represents them and their power in some way. Should you draw a card of that suit, how to interpret that is up to you. Perhaps you are fighting back armed with weapons you stole from them. Perhaps you were once a true believer. Perhaps the place you pass through has symbols of divine power carved into the landscape. I will add two notes here. One of which is that I got a DM from Jade about 5 minutes ago. Saying, I really like the idea that Juniper, before heading back to the afterworld, left something that can be used in the fight against Ningal, something from the hotel or the factory, realities where she does not have power or sway. I also drew a vibe check from the Spindle Wheel deck, and I drew Tender of Blooms. A garden, a florist, a teacher, or an apothecary, a provider of perfumes, potions, and poisons. Do with that what you will.
A juniper.
I know exactly what I'm doing with that, unfortunately.
I also know what I'm doing with that. But in the meantime, let's draw some cards. I think we can draw them directly into our hands in the playingcards.io space. One at a time. Oh my god, okay.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
This is very funny.
Mm-hmm.
I drew 2 hearts.
Ooh,
Oh,
look at
that is
you.
funny.
Ain't that fun?
Huh.
For
I've got-
me, that's hilarious.
It's just one card, right? 2 cards, right?
2 cards, that's it.
2 cards.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
value of it doesn't make a difference. It is the suit itself that we are looking at.
Mhm.
I do love simple oracle concepts in these games a lot. I, as someone who reads tarot, do love it dearly when the minor arcana have their numbers defined, but boy, that makes for hard usage. So just having a concept assigned specifically to each suit is very helpful. And having only that to work from. I have a fun one. Spades and diamonds, which, yeah, I feel like that matches. Yeah, put me in the center rank.
You're in the center on the dock.
I know. I'm goofing.
So I'm not 100% sure what to do with this information.
Something fun, I'm sure. Hey, you've been sticking your hands into the vault? What's up, buddy?
Oh boy.
Hey,
You've done something.
August, we been know this. Ow. That was China against my teeth.
Ow.
Oof.
What a beautiful spread. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we want to go? I know someone said what they already got. But do we want to go down the line for posterity?
Sure. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. So for Marius, I drew 2 spades. Which I think if we're interpreting like the optional rule, Marius definitely has some sort of relic of hers that they're hoping to turn against her.
Ha 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 ha! They definitely do.
And I think I don't know how literally I want to go with the concept of like a weapon per se, just because imagining Marius with their limp noodle arms trying to use a weapon specifically is very, very silly. But I think we can go with Marius having a relic of Ningal's to turn against her.
That would be the tool of armed conflict in this case. It doesn't always have to be a sword, right?
Yeah.
Recall also that we can stretch some definitions here. And I will remind you that Marius is technically still bound to Zephyr.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I can be a character and a weapon.
True. Yeah. There's nothing stopping you from doing 2 things at once. We are all powerful. Speaking of Zephyr.
Well, speaking of Zephyr.
I was gonna say, August, if you're done, then I will.
Yeah. Speaking of Zephyr.
Speaking of Zephyr, I drew 2 hearts for Zephyr, which is very funny given that one of the suggested options under the suit of hearts is spirit.
Yeah, I was thinking
Ghost. Zephyr is currently Zephyr/Annabelle Lee, depending on who you ask, is currently inhabiting with permission the physical body of Cory Valon in order to be able to do anything outside of Marius's library, which is working out well for her so far. But we'll see how well that goes. I think that probably what we're looking at is, in terms of like the weapon, I think that Zephyr's intention is to weaponize the contract that they made with Ningal. You know, however many I have never established how long ago it was, and I don't intend to start now. But intends to figure out a way to weaponize that against her, and kind of use that to her advantage.
This is so real.
I am interchangeably using they and she pronouns for Annabelle/Zephyr because at any given moment it might be Annabelle, it might be less Annabelle, and I will use plural they when referring to Cory and Annabelle together. Cory uses he, they pronouns, but probably I will be referring mostly to Annabelle because that is who I'm actually playing.
Fair enough. I like what I have for Sparkplug. I find it very funny in the circumstances. So, Sparkplug, I have spades and I have diamonds. Hey, what do you think happens to someone when they get dragged in through the airwaves and then thrown back out and they're extremely pissed about who did that? Yeah. I think the core truth that Sparkplug is dealing with here is they have a vendetta. They are not happy about this. Diamonds, on the other hand of things, contrary to Sparkplug being armed to the teeth, I think it's easy enough for it to say, like, yeah, the weapons are one thing, right? Steel and bullets and all that fun stuff, but when you're fighting against something quite like this, you kind of got to go a bit deeper. And the thing that Sparkplug carries from 200 years ago is probably fairly encyclopedic knowledge of weird substances and tinctures and poisons and other just things that do things that maybe don't exist anymore or are lost somewhere in there. Can they reproduce them necessarily? Probably not. Do they have jackets full of this stuff? Absolutely. I think they're an armory right now. They're the ones that are going to be the supply, and that's perfectly how they like it.
I got hearts, which is faith, support, and spirit, and clubs, which is secrets, deep knowledge, and connections.
That really works.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Actually worked out really well for me. Probably not everyone else.
We'll see.
That's good.
I think Aster's loyalty is questionable and unknown. Yeah, I mean, I think they clearly had a very good connection back in life when these two knew each other. And we'll see how Aster feels about that when she discovers what Ningal has become. Or, you know, if she's cool with it, we'll see. Which, going into Rascal, who may have an entirely different way to translate this same circumstance.
Yes, I drew the clubs as the thing that's true about me, and hearts for the thing I've armed myself with, which is very interesting, because Rascal, not really a deep knowledge kind of guy.
What does he know? I'm curious.
I don't know. Maybe he remembers.
Yeah.
Maybe a previous Rascal remembers.
Ooh.
Ningal.
That was the thing I was thinking. I was like, is it Rascal or is it something that Rascal knows?
Yeah, exactly.
The tall boy himself.
The big man. Because this is an interesting thing, because time is weird. Because Aster knew Ningal before, and they weren't from that long ago. Oh, they're like 200 years ago. But Ningal, the goddess that we understand, predates that, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
except was alive and to be known by Aster. These are not me. These are me asking.
Aster has been isekai'd into so many different worlds that time is also kind of irrelevant.
I don't know shit
Cool.
about shit.
Okay, well, because Sparkplug is also from like a few hundred years ago and didn't know Ningal like that. So maybe this is Aster knew Ningal from somewhere else before even that, which could be where I know Ningal from, or where I knew her from once upon a time. The thing I've armed myself with, of course, is Heart. I drew the Ace of Hearts, and I had last session completely, without thinking about it, called my name, my sword, Heart's Edge. So,
Oh my god!
Yeah, actually, you know what? I completely forgot. That's amazing, actually.
the Blade of Liquid Light.
Maybe this gives us some hints about how that sword actually works, huh?
Yeah, maybe. I've been thinking about it since I came up with it, that it's some sort of, well, I'll describe it when it happens, but it is a blade of spirit.
I do love Aster and Rascal standing in sort of opposites to each other. I think of the phrase hearts and minds in it.
Yeah, we're like fully inverted. Absolutely.
It's great.
I love that we only have one diamonds.
It's me. I'm the diamond smile.
No gear.
We are armed with just us.
Yeah. Like straight up. The question comes and all of you get to look at this small being of chaos, and it gets to ask you, "Hey, do you trust me?" as it pulls out a needle.
Hell yeah. All right. And that's us.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go in for the first approach, which we sort of hit on a little bit at the end of the cold open, I suppose. We were sailing into some sort of danger that we were aware of. So let's figure out what that is. You stand on the threshold of your god's personal domain. Draw one card each. Use the list below to interpret what the card might represent and tell your fellow players something about the domain based on the card. 9 of diamonds may mean the front door of the shrine is clad in gold. A 6 of hearts may be memories of a time when you were happy here. Should you draw a card from the same suit as the god's own, it could mean you can see a clear sign of their power here. So let's... I'm gonna just put my cards that are true about me back into my hand.
Sure.
This will be fun.
And Reese just drawing a card?
Yep. I'm gonna put mine on the board so that we can all see.
So we still don't care about numbers, right? But the first approach blurb is talking about numbers, like I should know why those numbers mean things.
Yeah, we still don't care about numbers. I think they're just using the numbers here to refer to like a specific card, like saying like,
Yeah.
oh, if you draw like, instead of saying a diamonds, they're just saying a 9 of diamonds. But yeah, no, we still do not care about numbers, about value.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we ever care about value except for the deity phase. What the fucking hell? That's a 4 clubs.
Ooh, that's fun.
One of these things is not like the other.
Interesting.
Clubs is all memories tied to this player's place or stories you might have been told. We have 4 clubs and 1 hearts, and the hearts would be the domain's atmosphere, how it makes you feel, or emotional connections to have to it. So are we on the... Well, okay. I would argue...
Well, and here's the thing is that we did end Night Watch with a 10,
Yes.
which meant that something happened. No, a 7.
A 7, yep.
Yeah, something happened. Which I think is... But I think that's this. The thing that I'm realizing is that, like, death doesn't work the way that it's supposed to, so Ningal's domain isn't the afterworld. So what is Ningal's domain? Is it the... August, is it the beach?
Yeah, I think it's probably the beach.
The beach that makes you old? Sorry.
No, the thing is, that's really funny given what we know about why people are so fucking old.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Oh, they put all the old in the beach.
That's where I put my old.
The beach of Dorian Gray.
God.
Rascal in Rascal fashion said a bunch of stuff about Ningal's domain in the Night Watch, but how much of that is actually accurate is for sure up to discussion.
Yes, for sure. Rascal can have expectations of what is happening without actually knowing what's going on.
Yeah, I said that it was beyond color and light.
The thing is that, yes. I think that he is right about that. I think August gets final say on a lot of these things because Ningal is their zombie queen, but I think that, beyond color and light is good.
That is very good.
Man, old dust.
That fits in well with stories you might have been told, right? Like...
Trying to think about how a past thing, because it was strange. Was it concrete structures and such? I'm gonna have to go reference back to the Dream Askew again to stare at that one for a second or two. No, as we went down into a subway, I think I remember where it was.
It was a subway.
Dang. That's right, because the train station and the abandoned complex was something that we were dealing with back at that point.
Mm-hmm. Marius had a dream of Annabelle and Ningal on the shores of a beach. That was where Annabelle punched them in the face.
Yes.
Putting my hands together and thinking.
We're not really in an RP phase, but if we are like sailing into like the sand of the beach, Annabelle as Cory will kind of lean over to Marius and be like, "Do you need me to do it again?"
Well, you know what? Just being near the beach doesn't mean that there isn't something subterranean somewhere. So I think for Sparkplugs and it's pulling out old maps. And if we're at the point where we find land, right? For Sparkplug, it's attempting to find landmarks and find passages that are further in. In a real way, the kind of difficult thing about squaring Sparkplug is their resource, besides what they were pushing, was in fact surveillance. So,
yeah.
To them, it's not exactly deep knowledge. This stuff may as well have happened yesterday. Now, granted, whether or not it's still active is kind of the harder part of this, and it's sight unseen to them. It's terra incognita. But they have information that to them was very recent and very relevant to kind of stuff like this. So, finding an old subway station that had a stop nearby the shore, distinctly within the realm of possibility.
How's it feel over here, Aster?
We established in the open that Aster was forgetting stuff. So I think this place makes Aster feel comforted, whereas it might not do that for others. I don't know that the atmosphere is comforting, but it is comforting to Aster.
I think a beach should feel comforting.
That's fair.
Even this beach?
Maybe it's modeled after something from a memory, who knows? Or maybe Aster's been here before. You can decide if this beach is comforting. So.
I might have looked away. So it's a beach, but when we say beach, what is it that we're imagining? And what else is here? Like,
I'm picturing a beach, and now I don't know if I should be picturing a beach when we say a beach.
So,
because a beach is a shore.
Yep.
But a shore is also the stuff that's inland. What are we seeing inland? Is it a ruined city or wilderness? You said a subway tunnel or a subway station.
Yep.
Is this like a cold, gray, like eastern seaboard, rocky beach, and there's like sidewalks 100 feet inland?
Is it the same beach for everyone?
I kind of think that it's interesting if it's just the sand as far as we can see.
It's like a
And,
desert.
like, once we actually make landfall, perhaps that will change, but from the ship,
Mhm.
it's the shore and nothing else.
I have a thought to offer with that then.
Please.
This beach stores age. This beach stores years. Years the erosion of time, time itself passing by. Once you land, necessarily, you see only this, the status of what everything has become. But while you're there and while you're traversing, if time is such a strange concept, it could easily be that from what we see in the air, what is scattered about when water sprays upon the shore, and when the sand gets blasted up by the winds, is almost as if, not an illusion necessarily, but a truth of how all things end. And once you start to wade in to where the sand itself settles, you can start to see more structures, what was previously there, what is still there, and what has not yet worn away. It's, to right now, just a sand screen. Well, I say a smoke screen, but a sand screen is probably a better way of saying it.
Is it like misty, like fog? Is it things looming out of the fog, or is it like stuff that comes into focus as you approach it, or just appears?
Yeah, I feel like that's it. If it's time and not just obfuscation, it has to be that as you approach it and as that settles, you start to see what was there.
Is it like decaying in reverse into being in front of you?
That's how I'm seeing it, yes. Thank you.
Oh, that's fun. Decaying in reverse is such a good idea.
Yeah, like have you ever seen like one of those not stop motion, what's it called, where it's like you take one like shot of something every hour and then just play them in a sync, like at 24 frames per second?
Oh, like a
Time
time lapse kind of thing, yeah?
Time lapse, like a reverse time lapse of like a building decay, like falling apart, or a vegetation rotting or whatever.
Yeah, as you
And then
pass
you
it,
just-
it's like a Doppler effect situation where it grows back into being and then fades once more into rot.
Oh, yes.
One other thing that I am imagining is that the sky is black, there are no stars, but it isn't dark.
I love that.
It's like it's like you're in a video game like engine and you've turned off baked like shadows.
Yes.
There's no lighting at all.
I am going to also add, and this ties back to the last time we saw Ningal on a beach, white sand beach.
Yeah.
The City of Gulls very specifically is a volcanic sand beach. It's a black sand beach.
Oh, sure.
It was not always a black sand beach. It was white sand before the calamity, and then a volcano erupted and it became volcanic sand. Don't worry about the physics of it. I'm sure not. Smile. This is a white sand beach, and I think that contrasting with a dark but a dark sky devoid of light is fun and interesting. Feels like we walked into a black and white movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fuck, this is sick.
This is spooky. This is the approach. I think Rascal is disquieted, but he is bringing actually, do we drop anchor here and then take a dinghy aboard, like a shore?
Yeah, actually, and that's the question.
I think that Zephyr/Cory will advise to do that. I think this is, like, Rascal would see Cory, but it is not Cory speaking, would say, stop the ship here. Don't bring it any closer. We want to be able to leave.
Ominous. I love it.
Rascal nods. And just drop anchor. Do we think that it's worth saying, if we're not back by a certain time, for them to go?
Yes.
How long do you think this is going to take us?
time is Cory.
See,
like,
this is what I fucking knew you were gonna say.
Yeah, no, it's hard. It will also be hard for them. It will be hard for your crew to measure time as well. I think the easiest way to consider it would be when they cannot bear it any longer. They turn and they go. In a worst case scenario, and they trail off, and the words unsaid are, in a worst case scenario, I can get you home. So the thought is, the crew will linger here. If it becomes completely oppressive, they should go as fast as they can, and Zephyr has a way, not that Rascal knows that this is Zephyr at this point, but Zephyr has a pull cord in case of emergency way to get everyone out of this domain.
Very cool.
We love to break glass.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Break glass in case of emergency. I'm still kind of half asleep.
That's okay. I mean, both make sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you heard Master Valen. But you, and he points to his crew, you'd better be able to bear it pretty fucking long. Drop lifeboat.
Do we have anything else we want to establish in the approach before we reach the first confrontation?
I don't remember if it ever made it from my mouth to on mic, but there is a part of me that kind of imagines the water being choked with, like, black kelp.
Ooh.
I love that.
So we're just pushing through this plant matter that could be reminiscent of her hair.
It is like a slodge. A slodge?
A slodge?
Slog?
Yeah, I got it.
A slog. It's a pain in the ass to get through.
It's a slog and
Yeah.
a sludge. It's a slodge.
It's a sludge.
Yeah.
It's a slog through sludge.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass to row through, but we do row through it.
Oh, yeah. All right, we'll make our way.
Yep.
Rascal is in the back with the big oar.
That might weave pretty firmly into the idea of hair, frankly. I'm going to close the intro doc because I don't need to have it open. But we can decide if we want to do that now or if we want to save that. First confrontation. You step within your god's domain and confront the first embodiment of their power. Which one of them is it? Work together to describe them, then choose one among you to step up and attack this symbol. It doesn't have to be hair. It can be the darkness first.
I mean, it sounds like it's hair. It does. I'm not against it being hair.
I'm not against it being here.
That it's like it starts to wriggle up and like squirm and start to try to like more actively impede us as we approach the shore.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think that's just what it is, right? Like, when we describe pushing through, that implies that whatever we are pushing through is merely in the way. This is in itself an act of the very waters beneath pulling and resisting and attempting to latch on and grip what it can and tug down and apart and anywhere but towards the shore, it sounds like to me at least. What would not normally catch or what would slide by and maybe leave marks of passage at most grabs onto cracks, finds its way into knots, grips on the end of the oar, and essentially does what it can even to just hold us still. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So who's going to do something about it?
Well, Sparkplug will start reaching into the coat.
If Rascal sees you reaching into your coat as we're like kind of like fighting off, this is like the Watcher in the Deep from outside the Mines of Moria, except it's just hair. And he says, what does he say? I can't say, do you have any nair in there?
That's not real, though.
I don't know what that is. He says, got the tangler in there or what?
There's products for everything. We can clean this up after the fact, right?
I don't think I'll ever come here again.
Everything in its proper time. Sparkplug will pull a vial out. The color is it's not right. I'll put it that way. It is transparent, more translucent actually. It's just that it's violently fizzing even inside, even contained in quart. As they hold it up to not light necessarily, but to vision for the others. I don't know if this will get us fully off, but a drop or two of this. Oh, they'll see if they want to hold on through that.
Oh. All right. Let's give it a roll.
Yep.
It's a 2d6.
Roll 2d6. On a 6 or less, you hurt them, but you lose something in the process. What is it? If you want to, you may choose to lose the card that represents your means of fighting. Sure. On a 7 to 9, you succeed in overcoming them, but you stumble. Next time you roll, detract 1 from the resulting number. On a 10+, you succeed and claim the symbol of their power, making something of your own from it. Describe how.
Well, let's see what Sparkplug gets for the first roll of the game. On Zaduza, that's a 3.
Oh my god.
No, that's totally fair.
Note that rolling a 6 is not a failure. You still achieve something and contribute to the fight. In the struggle, having tried it all is enough.
Yep. So, in Sparkplug's case, they pop this. And this is the thing, right? This is the thing about being a weirdo who does mixes in your backyard or your garage or something, essentially. This is untested. When the cap comes off the solution, the smell is acrid, sweet, burning. The texture is like tar. They pour it into the waters around the boat, and as it goes, it burns, dissolves, does something to get the hair to start loosing. Is it conclusive? No, but there's loosening happening. There is a hold that's being released, enough to grant movement. I think with that, Sparkplug begins pulling more from the coat, and just stranger and worse substances start coming forth from that, until the point where they've essentially taken that entire thing and turned it upside down and tossed it into the water, one layer lighter than they were before.
And there's just clouds of gas coming up off the water now because of all the chemical reactions you're making.
Mm-hmm.
And the hair is writhing, and maybe we get flung off the boat onto the shore, but with the dinghy, the little rowboat that we were using is dissolving.
Yeah, that's definitely sounds about right for what Sparkplug did. I think we've that sounds like we've lost our passage back easily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely lost that.
Well, maybe her hair won't be in the water when we finish and we can just swim.
Hopefully.
Or they can send another boat out to us if they're still here.
Yeah, we got 2 boats.
Well, that's what we'll hope. But someone else still has to handle this. But they do take advantage. So if you roll a 6 or less, you've done all you can, right? But one of the fellow players rolls next and can do so with advantage.
Oh, do we have to roll again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
It is the Dyson collaboration note.
Sure is.
By the by, you can add +1 to the results of a roll by using the card that represents your means of fighting. You can do this for your own one or to someone else's if you describe how you help based on what the card represents, and then you discard the card because you have used it up.
Okay. All right, what else do we have? I could swing my sword at it, but I will admit I was kind of waiting to fight the darkness. But I can...
Zephyr also waiting to fight the darkness, like...
Everyone's out here to fight the darkness. No one thinks about the hair. I see. Hair care is important.
That's true.
Well,
True.
I think Marius may have the longest hair in the group, so maybe they should be the next one to try to attack the hair.
Sure.
Oh boy. I'm just trying to think. I don't think I want to try to use my card just yet. I don't want to burn that particular asset, but how do I roll these dice?
You just click them. Click one and then the other. Hey!
Hey!
Wow. We'll call them Hearts boxcars.
Epic highs and lows.
Yeah, you really... You really hit the epic highs and lows. The first one was a 3, this one's a 12.
Technically
Real.
a 13.
Yeah.
Oh god!
Oh dear.
So, I think because this is Marius, I think this is a spell. I think Rascal has seen Marius practice magic before. Annabelle has definitely seen Marius practice magic before. So, when they start utilizing somatic components, various hand gestures and specific words of power, this is not at all surprising that they're trying to do this. It probably looks very silly to Aster and Sparkplug at first, because I don't think we've ever established Marius's magic as being particularly flashy. I think in a lot of cases where Marius has actually used magic, it's been very subdued, and the main tell that magic is happening is a scent of ozone in the air. But there's that acrid stench of ozone, and the hair starts crumbling into dust. And I think that's probably the flashiest thing about the magic that they're working.
Well, hot damn.
I'm not going to say beginner's luck, but nice.
I've well run out of beginner's luck by this point in my life.
Seasoning and experience, then.
Great job, boss. Slaps you on the back.
Almost goes pitching headfirst into the water.
Well, the boat's gone, which is less than ideal, but at least the hair's gone too. What are we? So we're looking at looking out at the waves and the now dissolving strands of hair, and then we turn around, and what do we think we see now that we're actually on the beach?
What's the radius of that rapid reverse? Honestly, this is the question, right? How much of this was just a beach? Did people enjoy this at one point in the past? Is it a situation where there's a surprising amount of mundanity nearby that's functionally invisible if you're not close to it?
I think so. I kind of like the idea if it's nothing like any beach that we recognize, and it's more like beaches that we, the players, would recognize.
Like a 1950s boardwalk situation.
Yeah. I love a boardwalk.
Well, I love a boardwalk. That's so fair.
Can we put a fucked up carnival here, actually?
Damn. The Dark Carnival? Ooh.
Not a dark carnival, just a dilapidated one.
No, that's fine, yeah.
I think what's most interesting to me about that idea is maybe there's some sort of boardwalk here, and those of us who hail from the city of gulls do not recognize a lot of the structures, but Aster would be like, oh yeah, this is Coney Island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good old Coney.
I mean, it doesn't have to be specifically Coney Island, but, that's the vibe. It's just like, we think it looks weird and the architecture is off, and Aster's like, oh, this reminds me of home.
Mm-hmm.
Did Aster once go to a boardwalk with a Ningal?
Ooh.
I certainly love a good boardwalk. If that answers the question.
Hell yeah.
I will take that as a yes.
Let's hit further in, I guess, as we keep going.
Yeah, I think one last thing to note is that 10,
Yes.
The success is not simply a success.
Oh, yes.
We claim a symbol of their power, making something of our own from it. How do we take in this weird hair dust, huh? What's the vibe, folks?
Great question. Well, it was Marius who
Yeah, it's Marius.
defeated.
Yep.
What color was your hair before, Marius?
Yeah, I was thinking.
Don't you have a streak of black already from the last
Yes.
time you? Yeah.
Yeah. This is not to get too anime about it, but I am completely on my bullshit. I think, the streak of black in Marius's hair is joined by a streak of a streak of gray, the color of the ash. And I think maybe there's some ash on their fingers that they can't quite dust off. And I'm not 100% sure what that means for them just yet. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine.
Not to get too anime about it, but you will also recall that Sable has a streak of fire, or something like it in their hair. We're getting anime in this bitch.
Yeah, no, like, be on your bullshit, right? That's one of the core principles of where we are right now.
Yeah.
Not to get anime about it, but Kamehameha.
Please. Yeah.
Woo! That's really kind of how we should be feeling this whole game. All right. Further in, if no one has any other details that they would like to add at the entrance, I suppose, then we will move further in. You are deep within the divine domain now. Here you find a moment to catch your breaths and regroup. Take a break from the game if you need it. When you return, each player draws one card from the deck and uses it to describe their relationship with another character or an experience you have shared with that character. Cool, awesome, great. I'm gonna take my card back. Draw another one. Why do I keep drawing hearts?
Why not?
I got a club.
You made your status ghost. What can't you do about this?
That's true. In this case, hearts is a moment of emotional intimacy you shared or a gesture of affection either one of you has made towards the other. I know who that's about.
I'm sorry, I'm staring at the card that I got.
Ooh.
There we go.
Do we want to go down the line again?
Sure. So, I drew clubs, which is a secret between you or something you wish you could tell them. Ah, man.
It's very fun.
It is very fun. I think this might represent something that Marius wants to tell Aster, but can't bring themselves to do it. Specifically, like, Aster seemed to be pretty high on Ningal, and Marius wants to just be like, no, you don't understand this, and this. But
Oh man. I like the phrase high on Ningal as like almost thinking of her as phrasing it as a drug as opposed to like Aster's memories have all been so like warm and fuzzy, whereas that implies maybe it wasn't.
Yeah, I think the way that this kind of manifests is just like, and I don't know if Aster is paying enough attention to Marius for it to matter, but just like they're just kind of looking at her with a look that's almost pity.
Fun.
Oh, Marius.
They are a messy bitch.
It's true. They sure are.
We love them for this.
Have you got anything else, August?
No, I think that's it for
Okay.
for my clubs.
Fabulous. Okay. I drew hearts, which is a moment of emotional intimacy you shared or a gesture of affection either one of you has made towards the other. I think this is at some point Zephyr kind of drops back if they're walking or is next to Marius at some point and kind of like nudges them like, it's nice to be able to talk like this.
I just wish it were under better circumstances.
Yeah. Not to get overly sentimental, of course, but it's good. I'm glad to have this, even if it only for a moment.
The feeling is mutual.
Marius has seen Kari smile at them before. This is not a Kari smile. This is Annabelle. I think that's the whole moment. It's just Annabelle being like, yeah, it's good to have a conversation with this person who I have been bound to for a couple of decades.
Yep.
So real. I've got diamonds. I'm here and loving the fact that Sparkplug is so much stuff around the material, per se. Man, here's the thing, right? Time is weird here. I love exchanging things back and forth with Aster. I love being, I don't know if besties is the right word, but
For some definition of it.
well, the person I know bestie, I suppose, question mark. But on the other hand of things, I think it's fun to think that, look, both of us have been here. Both Sparkplug and Aster have been here for a long time. And I almost think that some of Sparkplug's old work or notes or something has to have made it forward to someone somehow. I don't... Hear me out on this one, Zach. Let me know what you think. Sparkplug's whole thing was a cross of things. It was hard drugs and weapons for sure, but surveillance was one of their other things. This means that they had a lot of notes written down about the area. You know when you're playing like a Fallout situation or another one and you find just random audio logs and things planted around of like, oh, this was the treasure and my stash is here and, you know, all that fun stuff? I feel like a non-zero amount of that must have been Sparkplug's notes for treasures or other sorts of things that Rascal could have been chasing.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So, in this sense, it's not... Is it something that would be brought up? Or is it just something that's that gift across time? Like, is there a click moment kind of thing? Or would it be like Sparkplug is reviewing the notes of how to get somewhere and that writing just looks extremely familiar all of a sudden?
Or is it something that I've got on me that you recognize as something that you stashed somewhere a long time ago?
Even better. Okay.
What do you think it is?
What sort of things does Rascal carry?
I mean, I have my sword. I'm not like a gadget guy, but I got lots of trinkets and jewelry. You know, I'm a pirate and an adventurer and a swashbuckler, so I gotta be dripped the fuck out. I gotta have that shit on. I made a little hero forge just internally a while back for Rascal, and I got he's got like a fringe vest, which is funny, and then like a leather like cross like basket woven like armband that could just be something that could both of those look like they could have just been like cool party guy clothes in your era.
Yeah. I think Sparkplug is like will also sort of double back for a second and just like they can't reach, but they'll point and they'll go, "Hey, where the heck did you find that?"
I was on a skeleton.
Just laying around somewhere?
Well, no, it was a skeleton in a big locked room with some other stuff in it. There was a bunch of so some joker back in the day must have thought it was funny to put some riddles on the wall. And well, I can't resist a challenge, and so I thought, hey, I bet I can figure out what that means. And I followed a bunch of them, and it led me to this bunker, I guess you could call it, where this skeleton was, and there was some other stuff. These little clicky clacky like cards or something. They had a shiny ribbon on the inside.
Sparkplug like pauses for a few beats, and that outer coat was the one with their hood. So like expressions visible, like hair out. Both eyebrows raised for a second as like there's a click in the mind palace, and they go, "Oh my god, that was Gasket."
Oh,
that was my assistant, Gasket.
Oh,
Are they in my phone too?
No, they didn't get pulled in. I was wondering where they went.
well, they're a skeleton now. Let me ask you: would your assistant, I guess, would they have been the type to make people mad at them?
No, actually, they were pretty reliable. I think they were the only one keeping me from dying sometimes.
Well, that makes it even weirder that there were all those dead bodies outside.
No, I think I might know. Those boards, do you still have them on you?
I got a couple. And I pull out, Rascal pulls out a handful of tapes with a chain strung through the holes that you use that go into the thing as like a little necklace.
Yeah, the Be Kind Rewind, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Sparkplug almost snatches one and then pauses and just sort of like takes it in a hand and holds it up and goes, "Yeah, these weren't jewelry.
They're shiny. That one's blue."
They are. Oh. I color-coded them. They're information.
Oh. Like a book.
We don't have the means to play it right now.
Oh. Well, then there might as well be jewelry then.
If it was blue, that would have been the camera onto my workshop, I think. Yeah, I think you probably got into... Does the word surveillance mean anything to you?
It's what you do before you go in and get into a fight.
Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly. Except this was before, it wasn't even for fights. It was just in general. I kept cameras everywhere. Well, I'm not going to get too far down on that one. Think of it this way. I had a way of seeing things as they were happening. I had a way of storing that information so I could go back and look at it. And that right there that you're holding, that was pointed at my inner sanctum.
Oh.
I can't imagine we can actually play it even if we had the means, but... Damn it, Gasket, you were keeping track of that even after I was gone?
Good assistant.
The best.
Well, I guess it's yours.
No, keep it. Useless to me now. Look, you earned it. You found it.
All right. Well, I wasn't going to say it, but Rascal puts the chain of tapes around his neck again.
Look, I know types like you. And besides, You did take us ashore, so I owe you one. I'm not keen on keeping owing you one.
Oh, don't worry. You'll owe me more soon enough.
And it'll all be trade for work, just like the old days.
All right.
Aster.
Howdy. I have to give someone a gift.
Or receive one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I kind of have an idea, but, so, not to keep piling on Rascal, but, Rascal has said several times, what is a phone and what is the internet? And I just have a really cute, image in my head of, Aster and Rascal walking across this beach while Aster tries to teach Rascal how to use this phone. And maybe discovering cat videos, who knows?
Well, that one looks like me.
Yeah, look, he's playing the piano.
Oh, shit.
I could do that.
Oh, you ever been filmed?
No. I don't think so.
Oh, we could make you a meme.
I've been eaten.
Oh, I don't think that's the same thing.
Oh.
Wait, what?
It was a dragon. And I got out.
Clearly.
I'm not always this size.
Large? You're
Yeah.
large, right? You're larger than me.
I'm big. Oh yeah, he's like 6'7", 6'8". Fuck.
I wasn't gonna say it.
I wasn't either.
But yeah, he like if we're like in like a little alcove, like a little awning. If this is like still Coney Island, we're like at like a midway game, where there's like a little counter with some like games and toys and stuff behind it. Rascal will flip back and like slide like flip over it and land under the counter out of sight, and then he crawls back up and he is normal cat sized.
Aster is trying not to say, oh.
You can do it. It's okay. I'm incredible.
You're adorable.
That too.
Given neck scritches.
You know, we got off on the wrong foot, but you know, I think I see the value of bringing you along.
Jesus Christ.
The chronicler.
There's your moment of levity in the...
That's a gift.
Yeah. Your moment of things are okay for a second.
And I got a clubs, which means a secret between myself and someone else, or something I wish I could tell someone else. I already kind of made up with Aster just now.
Sorry.
I wonder... No, it's good. I wonder if this might be something between me and Marius.
Ooh.
Maybe I'm chuckling and I'm laughing, but I like kind of past Aster. I look and I see Marius, and I see the hair more black, and I see, how tired do you look?
Oh, probably very tired, but I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily just from like the magical working. I think they've looked tired for quite a while.
Buddy.
Yeah. And Rascal could not possibly tell you that he is worried for you.
Oh.
And the fact that you have fought Ningal before and barely came away, and now you're going back in, and not everyone gets as lucky as Rascal has gotten. But of course, that doesn't help anyone to doom and gloom and worry wart. So he just flicks his tail and kind of swooshes it over Aster's face, and when it's back, when Aster can see again, he is back to being a full-sized man.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Kind of just sitting on the counter of this midway game.
Does Aster say that out loud, actually?
Yeah. Aster, like, I gotta film this. I could go viral.
We'll have no sickness on my ship.
I like that we know what a virus is, but we don't know what TikTok is.
You know, I'll tell you, there was a time when we knew what a virus was and TikTok didn't exist.
I know.
Oh yeah, very recent, in fact.
Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about because this world did go through the Silicon Age. It was a very long time ago, and nobody who is still alive remembers it, but there was one.
Haha, you've met someone now.
Yeah, Rascal fought like tanks and mechs and stuff, but rather Raskul the Mighty did that,
Yes.
but Rascal Farsail did not.
No.
What do we think the second confrontation is? Do we think it's teeth?
I think it might be teeth.
I think it's
you
teeth.
move further ahead and your path is blocked by the second symbol of divine power. Which one of them is it? Work together to describe them, then choose one among you to step up and attack the symbol. When you attack, roll 2d6.
I've got a pretty strong feeling if we're moving through like a Coney Island Carnival amusement pier kind of thing, if you just hear like chattering teeth and giggling coming from all the little shadows and nooks and crannies and under counters and behind out of little shacks and stands and stuff.
The funhouse entrance, that is a giant mouth, and the teeth look sharper than normal.
Mm-hmm.
We have no reason to go into a funhouse, but it is there.
It is there, man. Those are some sharp teeth.
I do love fun.
Is it too on the nose to say Teeth Carnival?
Carnival.
No.
Elaborate.
So, teeth-themed carnival, right? Like, you know how you have, like, the teacup rides and such? Those are just big teeth.
The teeth cup rides.
Roller coaster, it's like a big, crooked smile.
Molar coaster.
Molar coaster.
Oh my god!
The molar coaster. It's a big, twisted smile. Like, stands, games, all that.
Food for thought? Nope.
Put a
Dang
ring
it.
around the teeth. Yeah, like that's your ring toss. Like,
Something to chew on.
yeah, knock
There
the
we
teeth
go.
out. Like, it's all teeth. There's like a mascot costume, like a Robbie the Rabbit from like Situation, Silent Hill. It's a big tooth. There's a toothbrush companion. Like, this would be a dentist's dream if also it didn't include like the various means in which you interact with it. That funhouse.
You know,
Mhm.
teeth.
Teeth. Yeah.
Teeth.
Is
And
that
of
their
course, you know.
soundtrack just repeating in the background the whole time?
God.
No, it's actually Britt Baker's entrance music.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Classic. Throwback.
Damn.
What time is it? Is it 2:30?
Tooth lady.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. And of course, with the teeth, there's the gums and the tongue. That's the roads we're walking on. How much of this is literal, I think, is up to the players. Smile.
Is it biting us?
No, but we are walking into a maw.
Cool.
A jaw.
Well, there's only one thing to do with unwelcome teeth, and that's to punch them down the gullet.
I don't know that that's what you're supposed to do with them, actually.
Well, if there's someone else's.
Oh no.
To be continued.